What's up guys? I'm here at the Texas studio and today we're doing a photo shoot. The models are on their way and we are doing a whole twin concept. Hopefully I'll be able to give you a little behind the scenes on this photo shoot and some tips and tricks on how I accomplish a photo shoot. And the last time that I was here, I loved it. Here are some photos. I'll put them right here. As far as equipment goes, I'll be shooting on a Flashpoint 400 watt. This is my company's light. It was just easier, I just grabbed it. I also have my Godox with me, but I think I'll only be using this light today. And then my camera, I'll show you in a second. I'll be shooting on the R5 with a 35mm for the most part, and I might even whip out the 100mm for some up close shots and some detail shots. I may even have a reflector or a softbox. Sometimes I go bare bulb, it just depends. And that's pretty much it. That's all you need for a photo shoot. Now that I have talked all things gear, let's get to setting up. One of the most important parts, tons of coffee. So I'm currently outside of my favorite coffee shop in Dallas. It's called Wayward. It's located in Oak Cliff/Bishop Arts. It reminds me of home a little bit, so that's why I love it so much. But before I walk in, I want to explain what I'm about to show you guys. So basically, my process is I cull, batch edit, and then skin retouch and fix things that need to be fixed in Photoshop. And then I send it off to the client. So I'm going to show you what softwares I use along with how I edit and the process that I do that is super quick when it comes to retouching and editing pretty fast. So just keep watching so you can see what the result is, and at the end I'll show you exactly how I send my photos to the clients. So let's go, and I will see you guys in a second. To make sure that we are staying organized, I usually have 3 folders and I'll label them raw, culled, and edited. That way everything has its place. Next up is to open up Bridge, which is an Adobe platform that allows us to quickly sift through raw images. Sometimes going through raw images can take forever, and Bridge makes it super easy for us. In this process, I'll give all of my favorite images 5 stars. That way at the end I can filter my images by rating. That way I'm not having to go through every single image in Lightroom while I batch edit. Next up is to open up Lightroom. Lightroom is one of the best editing softwares out there for photographers. I've been using it for years. As you can see, I've already created my own preset, which is called Office Edition, because it reminded me of The Office, kind of. So on the right side panel, I'll be messing with the exposure, highlight, making sure the white balance is correct and exposure is good. Next up is Photoshop. So when I open up Photoshop, the first thing I always do is to duplicate the original image. That way you're keeping what you started with. And then I'll go in with the lasso tool and I'll go into all the areas that I want to be filled in with the content aware tool. As you can see, it doesn't always make everything perfect. It took some of her shoe. So the way that I'm going to fix this is to pretty much paint over her shoe. If you hold down Alt and select anywhere on the image, it'll use the eyedropper tool. That way you can select any specific color that you want. And I will lower the opacity and make sure my hardness is pulled down to about 50%. And I'll just go in and start coloring. As you can see, I masked out the shoe at first. Big mistake. I should have just colored over it, but you'll see that I'll fix my problem in a second. Next up is skin retouching, which is the very last thing I do in my editing process. I only skin retouch when I do studio photo shoots just because I feel like they need to be a little bit more worked on. That's just me, but I'm going to skip over that because it can get a little confusing. I don't think it'll be worth your time for you to listen to me ramble my mouth about retouching skin, and I'm pretty much just fixing texture. I'll make a completely separate video on that in the future. Just give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying it, and comment below what videos you want to see as far as photography, editorial photography, and whatnot. Lastly is sending the client the photos. So I use Pixie Set. Pixie Set is a website that I found that allows me to store all the images with folders and keep everything organized. The best part is that your clients will get an email with all of their photos in a gallery, and it just looks super beautiful. I know a lot of people use Google Drive. but in my opinion, this is just way better because it looks better, it looks more professional, and it's super easy to use. Everything is stored on here. So as you can see, you can change the cover. Once you publish it, you can put your clients' emails in there and it sends them an email, and everything is nice and tidy. Hey guys, so that concludes my process from start to finish, from production to editing to sending it off to the client. I hope you enjoyed this video, and it is currently snowing outside in Dallas, so I'm about to freeze my butt off for the rest of the day, but I'm so glad that you joined me for this video, and I hope that you guys have an amazing week or weekend, whatever it is. And I will see you guys next time. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and comment below what you want to see next. Bye!